Hey everyone, this is Stella Odom, creator and producer of Syntax for Twin Strangers Productions. Apologies for the delay on episode 17, but I'm proud to present it to you now. Everyone on our team has worked extremely hard to bring you all this first season of Syntax, which will be ending with episode 18. Speaking of, I'm happy to announce 18 will be releasing next week, instead of 2 weeks from now, on October 27th, or October 26th for our supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi. We can't thank our audience enough for all the support, reviews, and listens we received. Thank you so much. If you love our show, Syntax has been nominated for the Audioverse Awards, and anyone can vote for us. You can go to audioverseawards.net to vote, and we'd greatly appreciate you voting for us. Thank you again for listening and giving us your feedback, and fear not, Syntax will return in a few short months with Season 2. For now, let's see what the Breachers are up to this time.
We're approaching the end of what you've given me so far. Is this when heaven falls?
Always delays, and we were so close, too. Success is within our grasp. If only our team lead could find a little more drive.
We'll get to it next time.
And how soon will that be?
As soon as Jay's ready. He's the only one.
Let's hope for a quick recovery, then. I can't defend the position that this wouldn't have been done sooner in different hands.
I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. I've been on the oxygen mix long enough. I can see now that I've got this suit off. I'm okay. I can head out again tomorrow.
Jay, you probably need medical attention. Why are you...
No harm done. I think I just needed to refresh my lungs a bit. Hey, I've breathed in worse stuff in the army. I'm as fit as a fiddle. Like Cass said, that breach is as good as ours tomorrow.
Very well. Get some rest. We head out again first thing tomorrow.
What the hell, Jay? There's no telling what's going on with that jellyfish creature. Who knows what it's done to you?
Hey, I wasn't lying. I feel fine. And if I am a little worse for wear, so what? Who's gonna watch after y'all if I'm having a sick day?
We could have just waited a day. VINCULA be damned.
Nah, orders are orders. And it's breaches for life anyway. One way or another, I'm stuck with this group forever. So we gotta watch out for each other. We should all have something to look forward to once we get out, you know?
You always have been a bit of a moron, Jay, but a well-meaning one.
Like you wouldn't be doing the same thing, Gramps.
Yeah, breachers for life.
Or at least, till death do us part.
Sigh!
Silas, stop whining.
Sorry.
Well, guess we head out tomorrow. Good work today, everyone. I didn't have literally pulling Jay out of some sky monster's clutches on the to-do list, but glad we got it done.
You said it. I'm just glad I held onto the tether when it caught me. I'd be some majorly pissed off fish food right now.
Speaking of food, y'all ready to wrestle up some grub?
Sure am. I'm starved. We can't even bring snacks out onto Pandemonium.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna work for breach logistics. Good luck getting any supplies out to the other side now, Vaux. Let's go.
Now that we're safe and sound and had a chance to breathe, what's the scientific opinion about Pandemonium's ecosystem?
Let's find out. Lizzie, what do we think?
There's a definite aquatic theme. I think it makes sense, given Pandemonium's dense atmosphere and lack of visual clarity. Those are two things that deep oceanic biomes have in common with Breach 2's world, so it may be the reason that the creatures we've encountered so far share similarities.
I'm noticing it's a lot less diverse than Gaia. We were finding new plant and animal species every trip out there, but Pandemonium is a relative wasteland. There's still some critters, and some really big ones too, but they seem to interact less and be at an earlier stage. No, maybe a more specialized phase of their evolution?
They must be adapted to pull oxygen out of the harsh environments in the way that creatures with gills do. Or perhaps develop a way to do without it? Although that's basically unknown to biological science outside of parasites. But I wonder what they eat. Are there really no natural predators to allow the gem crabs to grow as large as the ones we saw? Is there any interaction between the flying jellyfish and the gem crabs? What all can't we see yet?
So, I don't have anything to offer on the biology side, but I realized something after seeing the jellyfish today.
What's that?
On Gaia, it's very close to the same gravity as Earth, unnoticeably different. The same is true on Pandemonium, and yet we're pretty convinced that these two places are different planets than Earth, either in alternate dimensions, or located elsewhere in the galaxy, or even the universe, maybe. So, isn't it odd that all three have livable conditions, even if they're not perfect? Pandemonium is worse off, sure, but it's still decent above the orange fog. And humanity has been searching for off-world life forms since we've been looking up at the stars. Now we find two worlds with complex organisms on the other side of the breach. That can't be coincidental. So, does that mean it was intentional? That there was a thought process behind it?
I believe I can field this question. My translation is not finished, but there's clearly some tie to the breaches, however many of them there are, and the writers of the book in Vincula's possession. First of all, they bothered to leave a translation of their journeys in Akkadian, a real human language, combined with their own language. This tells me that there was a reason for them to integrate with the Akkadians, or at least use the language as a way to make sure these stories weren't lost to time, even if their people were diminished or going extinct. And secondly, while the stories themselves might be works of legend and myth, there's usually a kernel of truth in them. Coupled with the fact that the unknown language is stamped upon the breach pedestals and link stones, the authors must have had something to do with them.
Mercy sakes alive, if that ain't a sight for sore eyes. And the food is looking good, too.
Greg,
So that's it? That's all we know?
Oh, I know that's vague, but I don't know if they made the breaches, or the link stones, or both, or neither, and just utilize them. But they clearly are all linked, which is why the stones get that name. The breaches carry us through, but the sigils on the metal bands around the stones give us our common link. And if this ancient civilization had this kind of power, what's to say they couldn't be picky about where they chose to go?
The authors of Silas's book could have always chosen the climate that was suitable, if not perfect for them. As you said, Alyx, they seem to share an ecosystem, at least partially with humans. They may even be human from an alternate dimension. But that's a lot to speculate about with how much we know. Until we figure out how the breaches work, we're kind of trusting that whoever made them always intended for them to go somewhere.
Or maybe we just don't have any breaches and stones that lead to nothing. Or maybe we'll find some instantly fatal world in the next breach. Who's to say?
There it is. I knew this was sounding too optimistic.
Right back to whining he goes.
Interesting. So you haven't figured out how they did it yet?
What I have so far is something called a nabulkutul. It's some kind of mechanism, usually spoken about in religious terms, that means crossing over. There were ingredients, proper words to be spoken, and who knows what else involved, along with an element of luck, or rather, the will of their gods, to contend with.
So if we figure out how they did this ritual, we might find out how they made the breaches?
Or how link stones came to be, or how they're both used. I still don't know. Remember, I don't have any details. All I can say is, if we do figure it out, I'll make sure we all get on the credits as co-translators and discoverers of this lost text. If we ever see the light of day again.
I'll think about it.
Don't let your thinking cap weigh you down too much, Alyx. I'm sure we'll figure it out one day.
Wanna come think with me for a bit, Alyx?
Oh, sure.
Guess everyone else is busy. Looks like you're stuck with me, unless you want to wallow in despair by yourself, Silas.
I don't mind the company, if you don't. I'll try not to wear off on you with prophecies of doom and gloom. Maybe.
That's the worst promise I've ever heard. Alright, spit it out.
What? What do you mean?
I saw the look you and Lizzie gave each other before she dragged Alyx away. And now you look like a middle schooler about to tell his parents he broke something. Your face tells all, bookworm.
See, this is why I shouldn't be trusted with an ever-mounting pile of secrets. I'm a terrible liar.
I'll take your griping into consideration. So what's going on?
No sense in hiding it anyway. We just figured it might make you feel better if we didn't all jump on your case about it. We've been worried about how shut down you've been acting. And I couldn't help but notice it was after the last time you and Vaux had a one-on-one. Alyx did her usual snooping around and found some information regarding your position here at VINCULA and the kinds of people who seem to not want you to have it.
I see.
Family of Nicholas Thatcher. I mean, I'd be lying if I said some of us didn't have our suspicions all along, but as I'm sure you've seen, it changes precious little. We're all still behind you. If anything, it's pulled everyone together to try and go above and beyond for you. Some high-flow notion of breachers for life, or something like that I keep hearing.
That's why you guys have been acting suspiciously wholesome and going all cheerleader on me.
I suppose you could say that.
And now you're curious for the whole story?
No. Well, yes, but no, I mean, only if telling it would help you. I don't have to hear anything to know you're doing your best for us, and to convey the feeling that we will all do our best for you. It just seems like a lot to keep to yourself. I'm just here as a pair of ears, if you need them. Oh, and I do have a little friend with me, but only if it's alright, for posterity's sake.
Hey, you actually remembered to let me know somewhat in advance this time.
I tried to make a point of it.
You're still a terrible liar.
Great. Good to know I haven't gotten any better at that in the 2 minutes we've been chatting.
Alright, I believe some of what you said. But I can tell you're dying to hear how the prodigal child ended up at VINCULA, or how I ended up an outcast at all.
I won't deny it.
And no, I don't mind if your little friend listens in, especially since you're the only one who listens to it anyway.
Also an excellent point.
Yeah, I'm from that family. Dear old dad Nick made his bank from technology acquisitions. I wouldn't describe him as all that smart, more like cunning. He doesn't make tech or do science, however you want to phrase it. He's just good at being at the right place at the right time. With the right dollar amount in hand, ends up with a lot of money and a lot of influence, and that came with its own set of standards. Standards I never met. Not like he did either. But he had people to impress with his trophy family. People with old-fashioned ideas of how families should be. Meanwhile, Nicholas had issues to work out, which he often did. On me.
Oh, God. Cassius,
Bunch of hypocrites. Not like the rest of them even cared. You think if I told them what happened behind closed doors, they'd even bat a gilded eyelash? Those were rules for thee and not for me. Rules for the trophies to follow, not the bigwigs and heads of family. Not for Nicholas. That's all we were, Silas. Trophies. Pretty little statues mounted on pedestals behind glass cases, fit only to be seen and never heard. I'm sure he wouldn't have bothered with all the family stuff, but he was already married before he became a Ugh, tech baron. And divorces are expensive and messy, as is childcare.
Awful to think he was only looking at it from a monetary perspective.
I gave as good as I got, at least. I'm sure you'll be shocked to know I was a troublemaker growing up.
Truly?
Shut up. Siblings never gave Nicholas and company too much trouble. I was the black sheep of the family. And then I ended up getting even more ideas when I went to college. Got my master's, but as I went for my doctorate, not because I really wanted to keep going to school, but screw being home, right? I finally partied too much and strayed too far from what was acceptable, so I was given a choice. Conform or be cut loose. And that was the start of my whirlwind tour of this beautiful, deadly, messed up globe of ours.
I'm glad you got out of that situation, at least. But you just went on the run?
I wasn't really running. My family weren't seeking me, although they kept a few agents on my tail. Made some of my wanderings a little more difficult, but I managed. But I ended up pissing off plenty of other people, and I didn't learn a lot about how money works, growing up so rich, I'll admit. I couldn't keep my ideas to myself or my budget in check. My career has been involved with climate change activism and research. Not the most popular activity with the top 100 companies in the world, and not very much money in it. But Nick was ever ready to welcome me back. If only I could forget the whole thing and go back to being his pet child. He had a whole story worked up if I ever came back. How good it would look on the papers. The prodigal returns, family overcomes adversity, reason and logic triumphs, blah, blah, blah. He wanted me to be something I wasn't. Something I couldn't be. He had all the labels picked out. He even had polls proving what labels were best or most worth something. I didn't ask for labels. I don't need labels. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't want to be worth a dollar amount. I just wanted to be worthy of a family. I wanted... I don't know what I wanted. But it doesn't matter now. Whatever it was, it's not there. Not anymore. Maybe never was. Doesn't matter. So there you go. That's why one of the richest dudes on the planet cares so much. And I'm only saved from angry debt collectors by another equally rich dude. So thanks, VINCULA, I guess. Big Pharma Bro really coming in clutch for me. I'm not gonna thank Vaux, even if she was the one who showed up.
I don't think I'm sorry to hear that really covers this situation. I wish I could offer more than just my sympathies.
Somehow, I knew this was gonna end with a, damn, that's rough, buddy.
Well, I'm not offering pity. I figure you don't want that.
Damn straight. You better not.
Sympathy and my undying support, then.
Look, you don't have to...
I know we don't have to. No one's twisting our arms. It's scary enough going out into the breaches, exploring unknown worlds, and encountering God knows what's out there. But all that, and not knowing or trusting who you're with? Breachers for life isn't a luxury, Cassius. It's a necessity. We must stick up for each other, no matter what happens.
Well, I've spilled my guts. So what's your story? You even got one? Let me guess. Someone told you you'll never do anything but translate Bibles or lecture about Canterbury Tales, and you set out to prove them wrong.
Not even as exciting as that. Well, for one thing, the paycheck was adequate, as I'm sure you're aware.
That can't have been it. you wouldn't keep scurrying around Gaia and Pandemonium for that.
It is compelling enough to keep Greg and Jay on the force.
Yeah, but you don't like all the adventuring. They sure do. So what gives?
I think I already told you all I can say for sure. I just need to save up for a trip to Paris now. Apparently, I've been invited along. I'll probably be third-wheeling it, but you insisted.
Oh, cut the bullshit. There's something else. Come on, tell me.
Ugh. Well, maybe I don't want to leave it as is. I want to see the story to its end.
Right, and?
And it was pretty boring in the libraries and studies I called home. I don't know, dare I even say I am starting to enjoy this nonsense?
I knew it! You do like it!
Maybe a little. Do you have to act the barbarian?
I was just thinking about it in the back of my mind with all this going on. There has to be something that keeps the bookworm ticking. Some kind of yearning. A wish to be granted. Maybe you can't go home to your beau until you've made your fortune. Maybe you promised your parents you'd get your name in the history books, like mine kept hoping for.
Oh, I'm not really sure what my mother thinks about this whole thing. Haven't heard from her in a while. We haven't been able to keep up our regular correspondence, what with the secrecy regulations and all.
Oh, right. Your mom. Oh my god, right. Because, shit. Well...
Because you forgot my father was gone, even though you listened to my last will and testament from my day up in the moth's nest.
I was only... You...
Granted, it has been several weeks since then. I don't really blame you for forgetting. No, Cassius, really, it's quite all right. Sorry, it was my turn to drop the emotional anvil. That was rude of me. I've known for a while. You're almost as bad at lying as I am. Almost. You're a little better.
I lie just fine around Vaux.
That you do, to all of our benefit.
Did you know him?
Hmm?
Did you know your dad?
Oh. Yes. I was 13 when he died. Cancer.
Did he love you?
Both of us. Dearly. My mother and I. More than life itself.
I think you're the lucky one.
How so?
That you had that love at all. If I ever did, I don't remember it. I'm just sorry it got taken away so soon.
I think you're right. Better to have loved and lost.
Something like that. Now you have my sympathy and undying support.
It is appreciated. Well, now that we know we're both at least half orphans, maybe we need to start looking to adopt. VINCULA's almost as hostile as any breach world, but there's enough reliable people here to fill out the family ranks.
Oh, Greg is going to be thrilled to hear that. Call sign Papa Bear. Oh, that reminds me. Did you ever have a chance to ask around?
Ask around about...
Who Greg thinks is moving on to his couple's ranch? Remember when he was acting funny the other day?
Oh.
Yeah, oh. Did you hear anything?
No, not solidly. I think Alyx may have a tip, but I'm uncertain.
Drat. Someone knows something, I'm sure of it.
I'll go ahead and put the little friend away now.
Oh yeah. Maybe June would be willing to part with that information.
This is top secret agent Alyx Yard, infiltrating deep into enemy territory. Dun 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 dun. What will our intrepid agent run into today? Will she find top secret government files detailing an attempt to hush the breachers forever? Will something break loose out of containment and force Agent Yard to evacuate the facility? Or maybe Alyx is just up late because she can't stop thinking about how close that call was. Again. And now someone's forgotten to clean up their files and filled up their hard drive, and they're wondering why nothing is saving onto their desktop. Hey, just letting you know, I checked the computer in question. The hard drive is full. I recommend moving anything important off to a separate drive and getting that taken care of. Respectfully yours, Alyx Yard. Okay, got that sent. I guess I can resume wandering around after I shut this down. Wait, they're already responding? What do you mean, can you go ahead and take care of it? Oh, and you're just gonna drop me a remote server link, 'cause you're oh so helpful. Fine, whatever. Guess I'll just have to poke around in here while these transfer. I borrowed the little friend, hoping for some juicy gossip, and my resting period turns into running other people's chores. What I get for being helpful. What I get for being helpful. Uh-oh, someone's coming. What do I do? All right, little friend, do I leave you on or turn you off? Wait. How am I going to get gossip if I turn it off? Yeah, you're staying on. Oh, hey, Greg. Jay.
Hey.
Sup, Alyx?
What are you two doing up? I thought you both turned in.
Oh, we did. But then we got an urgent alert to make sure we're geared for tomorrow.
VINCULA never lets the security team just sleep.
But when we got to the supply room, we couldn't get in. Some idiot has gone and locked us out of our own barracks. Both of us.
They told us to come look for you in the data center. Looks like you have an almost all-access pass.
Oh, yeah. Sure, I can let you guys in.
Thanks, Alyx. You're a lifesaver.
Hey, we owe you one.
No problem.
Damn VINCULA techies better be grateful you're around, Alyx. I swear, if they didn't, they might actually have to do some work for once.
That's true.
You better make sure they're compensating you. None of this, we can't afford overtime.
I mean, it's paying off in other ways. They do trust me with pretty much everything now. Everything except secure specimen storage and some parts of the labs.
There you go. I guess that has been working out. Still, I'd be trying to get some overtime in too. They'll get suspicious if you do it all for free, you know?
Yeah. Jay?
What's up?
Do you mind if I ask you something?
Not at all. Fire away.
How do you manage to be so nonchalant about stuff?
What do you mean?
I mean, you almost died today. And you played it off so well in front of Vaux and the breachers and even now. You probably woke up to do this chore. How do you even sleep at all after something like that?
Well, you know, ain't my first rodeo. I lost many nights of sleep when I was starting out as a medic, let me tell you. I think you just toughen up, you know? That sounds harsh, but like, I don't know a better way to put it. Shit happens, and when you roll around it enough, it stops smelling after a while.
Ew! That's gross.
He does have a point, even if he's a bit crude about it. Hey, here we are.
Open sesame.
There we go.
Thanks again. Good luck with your own dastardly deeds.
Thanks. You too. Oh! I know what I want to do. Those two reminded me. 93%? Ugh. These files are going to take a while anyway. Alright, let's do some poking around. Let's see if anything became of those letters we sent. Access denied. Figures. Hopefully they didn't get censored too much. Wait. I wonder if there's any letters coming in. Maybe I can check VINCULA's email. They might not have that restricted. Oh, look at that! Regular business email using the old 1 through 9 numbers password. Ha! Sucks to be you! You'd really think someone would teach these guys how to handle such a confidential project with a little bit more cybersecurity awareness. Let's see. Yard. Oh my god! There's a lot of emails! From my siblings and parents. Oh, they're wondering how I'm doing. Can someone at VINCULA please tell us what's going on? You keep saying she's safe and sound and working on a top-secret project, but you won't let us speak to her or see proof that she's still doing all right. We haven't spoken to her in weeks. Sounds as skeptical as Dad. All right. He keeps sending a form letter in response to each email. To whom it may concern, your family member, Alyx Yard, nice field name with different font there, VINCULA, is alive and currently in the employ of the federal government and VINCULA Biotechnologies. Unfortunately, due to the nature of their work for the United States government and VINCULA Biotech, we are unable to send any more information. We will review security procedures as the situation develops and inform you of any changes, but there will be no communications until further notice. Jeez, they don't even know what I'm doing. Oh man, I wish I could try to send something, but anything I sent from here might get caught, and someone has to run off-site to connect to the internet anyway. They'd catch it before it got sent. Dang, I wonder if anyone else is trying. Let's keep scrolling. Oh, someone named Charlotte sends 1 email a day. Oh, it's Silas. Silas's mom. Daily request for more information regarding the whereabouts and well-being of Silas Caldwell, linguist. Last known to be heading to assignments given by VINCULA Biotech. Your your big word is appreciated on this subject, post-haste. Definitely Silas's mom. She gets the same form letter in response. We're just gone for a while, as far as VINCULA and the government are concerned. Wow. I mean, I guess I get it. Pretty spooky, but I get it. Vaux wasn't kidding about
What wasn't I kidding about?
Ah!
Sorry, did I startle you?
No, not really. Okay, maybe just a little. I was wrapping up some chores for the IT guy.
Recorder on, please. Recorder on.
Let's start there, right? None of this polite please nonsense. You want to get anything done over radio, you gotta be firm. Let's get the recorder on, for example. Recorder check. Show me my business on the other side.
Recorder is on.
Roger that. I'm just teaching the crew proper radio slang, over.
But we can all just talk to each other on these headsets.
Doesn't mean y'all can't learn some radio discipline, over.
Yeah, roger that.
Roger that, what?
What do you mean, what?
Roger that, over.
You ain't the boss of me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I am the boss of you, Jay. Over.
Oh, that's right. Over.
That's more like it.
Command to head of security, do you read me? Command to head of security, do you read me? Over.
Affirmative. I read you loud and clear, Command. Over.
Is this conversation entirely necessary? This is not a military operation, despite your previous experience. Nor do the headsets require radio etiquette to be observed.
Command, this may not be necessary, but I deem it fit for the security of this team to at least practice.
I don't know, man. I don't think we need it.
Roger that, team lead. Now stay on task, Breacher team.
Wait,
What?
What is it?
we need one thing for everyone at least.
What's that, Greg?
We need call signs.
No, we don't need...
We definitely need call signs.
Fine, if it will get the team moving any quicker.
Sure thing.
Alright, I'll pick mine. I'm gonna
Oh,
be...
no. That ain't how this works.
What?
Call signs are chosen by your squad mates, and they're always based on some mistake you made.
What? But you picked yours.
'Cause I'm y'all's babysitter, and that was a big enough mistake.
Fine. What's my call sign? Remember, I can technically have you fired.
This is incorrect.
Your empty threats mean nothing here.
Last time I can remember you getting in trouble is when you fell out of that damn Bigfoot's nest on Gaia.
That's what you're gonna use? I can't be acid Nessie tamer or moth nest climber.
I think those are all too long anyways. You always end up landing on your feet. How about something like cat?
No, not that. Anything but that.
Hey, it is true. You're pretty nimble when you want to be, and you got a knack for climbing. Yeah, I think I know yours. Flying squirrel, lead the way.
Alright. Well, it's not bad, I guess.
Could be a lot worse. Be grateful.
Okay, I can live with that. Who's next?
Guess that'd be me. Oh, easy on me, guys. I have to haul your asses out of here if we get in trouble.
Isn't that our job these days?
Hey!
Just like Pandemonium, you should have an aquatic theme, Jay. You should be Fisher. Because you fish people out of trouble.
Damn, that's a good one. Now it's gonna stick, and I really wanted him to be Nurse J.
We're wasting our chances to have bad call signs.
Nah, I'm sticking with that one. I'm getting out while the getting's good.
Alright, Lizzie, you're up.
Uh-oh. I don't have any threats. Sorry, just please don't make it bad.
What do you think, Alyx?
Oh no, I am not playing this game again. I already can't name creatures. You're just gonna make fun of me.
Come on, it's call signs. You can come up with a few.
Fine. Canvas.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Pencils. Graphite. Etch-a-sketch. Painter of pretty things.
I'm fine with any of these.
I don't know.
See, I can't do it.
You just get too fixated on one aspect, Alyx. Broaden your mind. Think about other things that have happened to Lizzie.
Okay.
Wait, no, Jay! Oh, no, not that!
Napping. She took a big nap.
No, I refuse!
Under a tree. Rip Van Winkle.
What? How?
Wait. Why is that actually genius? Or close, Periwinkle, the flower of death.
Okay, that's a little better. Big moon and stars. It wasn't Sleeping Beauty.
Wait, that's a great one.
Too late. This is Periwinkle signing off.
Alright, we know who's next then. You've been awful quiet, Silas.
Do not perceive me. Do not perceive me. I will happily skip my turn. It's quite all right.
I think this one speaks for itself.
I agree.
I know this one. Bookworm.
Nah, that's going too easy on him. And I called him that before. No, this one calls for something special.
I'm partial to bookworm, come to think of it. You know, friend of Vaux has a nice ring to it too.
You shall be... birdbait.
All hail birdbait.
I changed my mind. I don't like these trips.
But where would we be without our birdbait?
I can tell you how the birdbait would be. Much better off.
My turn.
Miss Bad at Names?
Hey, that's no fair.
Little League?
No, I don't want that name.
Pee-wee physicist?
No, quit it, guys.
I'll try and save you at least, Alyx. How about... Earhart?
Earhart? The aviator?
Why? 'Cause she flew the drone?
And it's a pun. Because she wears her heart where everyone can see. Right on her ears.
It's got a dad joke built in. I love it.
That's okay, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. She was cool, right?
You guys are still getting off too easy. We didn't get to say so on our call signs till we got our seniors discount.
Yeah, whatever, Papa Bear.
Guess that only leaves one person. Command, what do you think
There
about...
is no need. Now get on with it. Recorder is off.
Recorder check? Recorder check?
Yes, recorder is on. Can you see it?
We are approaching the breach. The fog is dissipating rapidly, and that sound is unmistakable. We should be able to spot you in a minute.
We are keeping an eye out for you. Press on breachers. You are nearly there.
I see it. We did it.
Woohoo! We made it! Oh, thank God.
I'll be damned. Flying squirrel's done it again.
Nicely done, breachers. I can barely see you on the other mountain peak. Is that you, Cassius? Ah, yes, that's definitely you.
Just a friendly wave, Command.
I have field glasses, Cassius. I can see that.
Anyway, hurry up, Birdbait. Hop in the breach and get the sigil and let's move. Our tanks won't wait up and we've only got the one spare set for each of us this time.
I'm going. Hell, that was a climb.
Look on the bright side. It's downhill at least halfway back.
That's... no comfort at all.
Confirming. Birdbait is inside the breach with Fisher, just in case there's anything else living inside. We don't need another moth situation right now.
Just keep a tight grip of that tether, you two. I've got the anchors deployed out here.
I hear you.
Roger that.
All right, we're at the pedestal. Okay. I've got it. I've got an imprint. We can leave.
All right, let's get out of here. Come on.
We're coming. Jay, do you hear that?
Hear what?
That sound.
What sound? I just hear the breach hum, good buddy.
Okay. I'm probably imagining it.
Silas, you hanging in there?
I think I'm just tired. I hope I'm just tired. Oh, thank God we're out.
No time to waste. We could rest on the other side. A well-earned vacation.
The path is finished. Now we just follow it home. See you in a bit, Command.
Understood. Are you done with the recorder for now, Silas?
Yes, I think so.
Very well. Recorder is off. Recorder is live. Breacher team, can you hear me? Come in, Breacher team. We're trying to reach you.
I hear you. What's going on?
There's some kind of anomaly overhead. I can't confirm what's happening, but there's a gaseous cloud forming in the sky. There's a reddish glow emitting from it.
I can't... What?
No visual.
That? My ears.
Something's happening. Feel the pressure build.
Move!
You need to go as fast as you can. I don't know what's happening, but you need to run if you want to make it back. There's no telling how long before something...
What the fuck? The fog's cleared.
Look! Up above! Is that a star?
Don't stop! You've got to run! Something's falling from the sky! Can you hear me? Something's falling from the star! You've got to make a run for it!
Gonna get here.
me.
Keep going, you're halfway up the side.
Come on!
We can't stay here. Get back inside the breach.
Hurry!
Run for it, breachers, and keep the breach open as long as we can.
Got this. Don't you dare close on us, bitch.
The sky is literally falling. We can't let Gaia's side of the breach be buried. Run for it.
I can... Oh.
Syntax is a podcast by Twin Strangers Productions and is licensed under an Attribution Share-alike 4.0 international license. Today's episode was directed and produced by Stella Odom and written by Ty Vaughn. Silas Caldwell is played by Ty Vaughn. Cassius Thatcher is played by Beth Phung. Elizabeth Bellinger is played by Morgie B. Alyx Yard is played by Jules Christine. June Dawson is played by Renee Helsel. Greg Washburn is played by Cody Burke. Jeremiah Woods is played by Elgin Smith. Miss Evelyn Vaux is played by Kyla Crockett. Listen to other episodes, find our social media links, and make donations by visiting syntaxpodcast.com. Rate us on iTunes and Google Podcast, and follow us on Spotify. Tweet us at TwinStrangersP with your burning questions, and engage with fellow listeners on our subreddit, r/syntaxpod. Thanks for listening.